Do developers only write code, or there is more to that? What's happening in a software developer's life in each day? Let's go and see. Hello. Is a developer's life defined by only writing codes? We saw this like iconic picture of a developer who writes code every day, and it's like they have some like laptop around and they just writing code, enter till they just finish their working day. But it's not the truth. There is more to that. A survey revealed that only less than a half of developers' life is on coding purposes, and there are more aspects to that. So, what are these hidden areas, and why developers should spend their time on something rather than writing code? I recorded a 3-hour of my development life in a snapshot as a time lapse so we can see what's happening in each day. As you may realize by now, most of the time I was just speaking, having some conversation, and doing a lot of different things rather than only writing code. So now we're going to explore these different parts and different areas that we have apart from writing codes. One of the common areas that every developer would do every day is talking about the designs and architecture. So you would have like something in your mind that you want to implement, but before that you may talk with your colleagues about that one, or you may talk with the designers related to the design that you're going to convert to some UI in the app or in the website, or you may have other discussions around the design and architecture of the app, of the backend service, or anything else similar. So in these occasions, what we see is that we need to spend some time with our colleagues over the meet, over the like some online or face-to-face like meetings to define them. So it's a part of the job. And sometimes this part can be by like just writing some documents, writing some RFPs, or it can be by some more direct conversations. But the main truth here is that a part of your life is about designing and is about architectural patterns. Another important part of everyday life for a developer would be agile ceremonies. Yes, you would be in the stand-ups, you will talk about what you have done before, what you're going to do today, and what are the blockers with other colleagues and teammates. And it's a casual routine for you as a developer. And we have other ceremonies like agile ceremonies like the retrospective meeting, some backlog refinement, and other sort of like agile ceremonies. So you would have these sort of meetings to help you and your team to grow and have progress. As a software engineer, you may have other tasks like administrative tasks. So these tasks are like how to lead a team, how to lead a person, how to support the other team members, how to help the team to grow. As part of this thing, you may have some like administrative meetings with the people whose line manager are you, and you may have other meetings with some people around the team management about the estimation, how to do the recruitment process and everything around that. But depending on your seniority level and on your managerial level, this can be completely different. So if we look at this picture, we would see that, for example, as a software developer or engineer, you will spend like around 39% on coding and around 22% on code maintenance, 50% on testing, and the other part related to the meeting management and operations and other stuff. But as a software development manager, you may have spend 30% of your life on the meetings, which is interesting. Or as a DevOps engineer, this can increase to 34%. So as you see, based on your role, based on your seniority level, this can change in a significant way. Another important part of your life as a software engineer is about talking about your ideas, collaborating, and brainstorming. This is an important part of your job spec. So in this way, you should gather some information and try to share it with the other team members before going to write any solution or implementing any solution. Your job is not only copy pasting some codes from the Stack Overflow, that everybody can do it as a part of their routine, but the most important thing to focus on is to find a solution. So you should be someone who are making solutions, and making solution is costly. Making solution is something that is collaborative. So you need to talk with your colleagues. So you need to talk to them and say, yo, okay, this is my idea. I think this can be a good opportunity for us to choose this path. What do you think? What are your ideas? How we can change this to a different way? Or have you seen any flaw in my idea? So you can talk about, and at the end, you would spend some time on brainstorming. Maybe you will get some feedbacks. It can be positive, negative, it doesn't matter, but you can talk about it, and finally you will achieve a result. Tests are inevitable part of the development process. Now we write a lot of tests like unit tests, integration tests, and other type of tests. So we need to spend some time to just make sure that the test will pass. And this is something that we do in our pull requests, when we make a change, when we do a refactor. So this is an important and something that we have to spend on that. Let's say you write your code. Let's say everything is done. Now it's the time to see if it actually works in the real scenario or not. So you need to build your project. You need to compile your project. And it's inevitable. You have to do so. Sometimes sucks because you can spend a lot of time just waiting for the builds to be done. You need a couple of minutes or seconds for the project to be compiled and completed. I personally spend a lot of time on Xcode because I wanted, to see my code. Sometimes there are some interactions that I can't see without seeing the final result, final module to build. So this is something that you will usually spend on that. I remember once we decided to calculate the number of seconds or minutes that we spend every day on creating the builds. We realized we spend around 30 minutes to 45 minutes every day just for waiting for the builds to be completed. And it's insane, I know, but it's something that we have to do because, even if you have MacBook with the best configuration, with and you spend £1,000 on that, it doesn't matter. Sometimes the projects are heavy and you need to spend some time, you need to wait for the modules to compile. As a developer, we spend a great amount of our time on education and training. The main thing about the development is that every year, every month, we see some movement around, we see some new SDKs coming out, we see some developer conferences, and every time that we have this sort of events, we have this sort of update, it means we need to spend some time to keep ourselves updated. Apart from that, we are learning as we work on each project. Nobody has a solid knowledge of everything, and we just trying to learn day by day based on different things that we face at the workplace. So we may got a ticket that talks about the location, and we may not be familiar with these topics before, so we need to go through the topics related to the location frameworks, how we can achieve it on a device, and what are the different ways to do so, to realize what we can do about it. Some other part of the education is something so classical. We may see different patterns, we may know about different design patterns, software architecture, designs, but we need to learn more and more as we grow as a team and as a software developer. So we need to spend some time to on different sort of algorithms, on different architectures, on different ways to achieve a solid solution for our software. And the other part of training is about finding new things. And if we don't keep ourselves updated with this pace, after a while, we may become someone less useful as a software developer and as a team member. Another important factor is that we are not machines. We are human beings, So as a human being, sometimes we need to take a break. So we can't spend 8 hours in a row just on writing codes or doing some design discussions or doing meetings, attending the meetings. We can't do this because we are just, humans like anybody else. We need to spend some time, take some breaks, to just have a coffee, going to, bathroom breaks, having some talk with the other colleagues about their weekends, about the weather, about how they see their life, and whatever, so on and so forth. And you need to spend this time because of 2 major reasons. First, because your health is the most important part of your developer life. And secondly, because it can help you to be more productive during the day. So if you don't take a break in each hour and just spend in a row on one single task, it's possible that you reach the burnout period that you can't come back easily to normal. So it's good to have a sort of practice to get some break and it's like there are like some softwares who can help you for that one. There are some methodologies that can help you, like the Pomodoro or other things. So this is something that we spend our time on that. I hope you found this video informative and helpful. If you have any other opinion about the time spending on each day as a developer, or you have different opinion about it, just comment it below, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.